This video is made with the intention of being a no damage tutorial of the game. Feel free to use any of these strategies used in this video, but listen carefully before you can perform them successfully. Hello everybody, this is a no save no damage run of Resident Evil, getting the ending 3 with Chris Redfield on hardcore. I'm sorry, on hard difficulty, it's not hardcore. I got confused, sorry, excuse me. On hard difficulty at 60 FPS, this is the PC version of the game, HD Remaster by the way. So on Resident Evil 1 Remake there are three main things you have to learn. The first one is stair skating. Stair skating basically consists on tap the run button as fast as you can while you are going up or going down the stairs. Second thing is learn how to pump cancel. The pump cancel is basically a cancellation of the recoil of the weapon. It only works with the shotgun and with the grenade launcher. And the third and last thing you have to learn is use the D-pad as a tank control and use the left stick as an alternate control. Because when you activate alternate controls on this game, the left stick allows you to make crazy movements like crazy 360 spins or make like really perfect curves on some places. So with Chris Redfield you have 2 item slots less. That means that you have to manage your inventory very well. Otherwise you will get fucked on your inventory and you will have to go to an item box and make some space, and maybe you will take some bricks because of the pathing to an item box. That zombie dodge is always the same. You go directly to the handgun bullets and then you stand up behind this statue. The zombie will come to you. Maybe the zombie will try to grab you, but because you are behind the statue, the zombie won't be able to do it. So you pick up the arrow and then leap. Now we have to go to the crypts, or to the cemetery and then to the crypt. With Chris, because you will only have the handgun at the beginning of the game, and you have to use the broken shotgun in order to have the shotgun. You have to kill 4 zombies with the handgun. I'm sorry, 3 zombies. So this first zombie you have to kill him. It doesn't matter what happens, you have to kill him. The second zombie in this section is not necessary to kill him, it's only necessary to make him fall down. Sometimes you will get lucky and you will make a crit and you will decapitate him. I think this wasn't the case this time. Yeah, I think it won't be the case, let's see. So I already used 15 bullets. Oh, that was really lucky. So I decapitate him so I don't have to make some other things. In case you don't decapitate him, you just make him fall down. Then pass around him and then wait until he stands up. When he's on the animation of standing up, he cannot grab you, so you can reset the room. He will de-aggro and he will reset his spawn place. And in order to not aggro that zombie, you just have to stick close to the right wall while you are in the entrance of the crypt. So the main reason you cannot like take the luxury to kill the second zombie, it's because you need the handgun bullets to kill 2 more zombies in the game. One on the hallway, that's the hallway of the piano room, and the other on the second floor on the next to the dogs section. And I'm very sorry and apologize if you hear a dog barking in the background. It's my neighbor's dog, man. It's like pretty annoying. I cannot even record because it's barking the whole day. So I apologize in advance for that. So the main reason I come here is because there's a dagger. The daggers are pretty useful, and even more for Chris, because at the beginning of the game you take the risks of maybe you will have to kill the last zombie with a knife, because maybe you will have a bad RNG and you will like waste almost all your ammo on the zombie on the hallway right now. It's not necessary to go to the second floor. I fucked up. I completely forget. Oh no, yeah, no. No, it's not necessary because we have to go to the kitchen first. Yeah. We have to go to the kitchen first. I completely forget. I fucked up. Right now I remember. Do not do what I'm doing. What you have to do is after you pick up the dagger, you have to go to the dining room and then to the kitchen. So on this hallway you have to kill the zombie. If you are lucky enough, you will decapitate him, or maybe you will just kill him. If you don't decapitate him, bring the kerosene the second time you come here. Otherwise you will become a Crimson Head later in the game and will be a problem, or could be a problem. So the best thing you can do is, if you don't decapitate him, you have to incinerate him, so you will avoid a Crimson Head on that hallway, because he will pass through that hallway several times later in the game. So Chris doesn't have a lockpick, so all the doors that Jill opens with a lockpick, Chris has to open it with a small keys. That's why we will have to pick up small keys in at least the first half of the game, I think. This first small key is useful for the broken shotgun door. So right now we can go to the second floor and kill the last zombie with the handgun. And I'm pretty sure I will use the knife as well. Believe it or not, Chris deals an insanely high amount of damage with the knife if you aim up. The zombie right here is on the right? On the right. So, but after you pick up the broken shotgun, he will change his position and you will see it. So this zombie is necessary to kill him. I only have 4 handgun bullets. I don't think I will be able to kill him with just the shotgun. I'm sorry, the handgun. So I will start knifing him, and I think he's dead. Yeah, he's dead. As you can see, Chris deals an insane amount of damage with the knife. And even if the zombie grabs you, you have a dagger for that. So it's a pretty safe and solid strat, to be honest. Unless you have like an insanely bad luck and you will use all your ammo on the other 3 zombies. And you only bring your knife for that zombie. That will be a problem because maybe the zombie will grab you 2 times and you only have 1 defense item. Right here there's a hand grenade and there's a broken shotgun. So when a zombie is on the stairs, the zombies will always vomit, they won't grab you, so don't worry about it. As long as you start skate fast and pass around him, you should be okay. This is a really good RNG because that zombie usually is not on the stairs after you pick up the broken shotgun. Right now this zombie changed his position, so you have free way to start pushing the statue. The blue gem will give you 6 shotgun shells on the white tiger room. That zombie will remain on that spot every time you enter to this room. So on the left, right? To the side of the door. So because we have the broken shotgun, we can continue with the game. So we can go to this hallway. We can go to the garden. It's a little garden, I think, where the chemical for the plant is. But before that, we need a small key, and the small key is on the bathroom instead of a dagger, like on Jill's scenario. So after the cutscene, go directly to the bathtub, pick up the small key and leap. The zombie cannot grab you when it's on the animation of standing up or falling down, so don't worry about it. On this section, as long as you are fast, pick up the chemical and leap. The dogs shouldn't be a problem. Excuse me. So maybe you wonder it's not possible to just pick up the shotgun and leave this room with Chris because no one will save you. Not even Barry, not even Wesker, not even Rebecca, not even Jill. So it's mandatory to bring the broken shotgun if you want the shotgun. So since this point of the game, since you have the shotgun with Chris, everything starts going smoothly. It's less complicated. This zombie, you will always decapitate him because the first shotgun shell of the game will always decapitate the zombie if you aim up. There's a chance of decapitating zombies with the shotgun. It's not like on the classic that you will always decapitate zombies if you aim up. There's some chances to decapitate zombies, and this shotgun has a certain amount of chance, and the assault shotgun has another certain amount of chance. There's also a small key on the typewriter, don't forget about it. So for this zombie, I strongly recommend you to shoot him in the legs. So you can disable the zombie and just pass around him. Of course, the zombie's not dead, but you don't waste 2 shotgun shells. The dodge for that zombie is pretty precise. As long as you start running as soon as you enter to the hallway, you should be able to perform the dodge, and the way out is the same. The zombie right here can be far right or far left. Most of the time he will be far left, and you can just do what I did. But try to be fast on that hallway, otherwise the zombie that you didn't kill, the zombie with the white shirt, will enter to that hallway, and you will have to deal with 3 zombies on that hallway later in the game. And that's not good, it's not bueno. For the dog section, just equip the shotgun and then use the whistle. And stand up right on this corner. And aim directly, it's not necessary to aim down. When the dog he comes to you, shoot, then pump cancel and shoot him again. That's a pump cancel. As you can see, I cancel the recoil of the shotgun and I shoot immediately the second bullet. Or the second shell. It's not insanely hard to perform, but it's kind of hard to explain you just by saying you have to watch the inputs I make. So I will leave a tutorial in the description of this video on how to pump cancel, and on that video I will show you the inputs of my controller. So because on this run I remember that I have to incinerate the zombie, this is what you have to do. 100% recommend to do that if you don't decapitate that zombie. Because just by simply doing that you will avoid a crimson head and the game will be extremely safe on Mansion 2. Or even after you pick up the golden shield. That zombie can become a crimson head when you pick up the golden shield. It's not necessary to enter to this room unless you want a dagger, but it's necessary to use the key on the door, so you will be able to discard that key later in the game. Right now it's just backtracking because you need the serum. Right there the game, the visuals glitch out because I cancelled very fast the examination of the map. There's only one zombie you have to be worried about, and it's a zombie that it's on the stairs before the serum. Because after you pick up the serum, he will change his position. He will be on the hallway. He won't be on the stairs or nearly the stairs. On a very rare occasion, that zombie, even before you pick up the serum, won't be on the stairs and won't be like below the stairs. But that rarely happen. Doesn't happen often. So right now he changed his position, is right around the corner. There are plenty of things you can do. You can lure him to the pillar and go around the pillar. You can shoot him in the leg with the shotgun, or you can use a defense item. So thankfully with Chris we have to visit the Itchy Tasty room. This is pretty amazing, to be honest, because with Jill it's not necessary, but with Chris it's necessary because there's one small key. Shoot the zombie in the leg, so you can disable him, and the fat zombie shoot him in the leg as well. And the fat zombie makes like a really weird a spin on the before falling down. It's like pretty funny, but be careful about it, because maybe he can spin directly to your legs and will immediately grab you. It's pretty rare, but it can happen. So after you save Richard, you will get teleported to the save room. So you have to avoid this zombie again. And again you can just lure him to the pillar or shoot him or use a defense item. If you want to go a little fast, I recommend you to shoot him in the leg. And of course for an invisible enemy it's like mandatory to shoot him in the leg or let him grab you. The way of avoid this zombie is always stick close to the left wall. You will pass through that hallway one more time on Mansion 2. But it's always the same. It will never change. So before we continue with the game, I like to go to the crypt and use the Fierce Mask, and this is because it will help me a lot with the item management, so I won't have to go to an item box before picking up the Moon Crest. But this is up to you. I like to do this. If you don't want to do this, it's okay, because you can just go to the item box that is below the Moon Crest. So this is just about preference. So after you save Richard, there's one zombie that will spawn behind this pillar. The way of avoid him is always the same, go around the pillar. I recommend you to kill the zombie, but you can disable him. It's okay as well, but it's a little risky because the zombie will enter to this room after you light up the candles. But it's not impossible to deal with him because you can just go around the table and avoid him. This zombie, you can also just disable him or kill him. I like to kill him. It's always 2 shotgun shells. On a very rare occasion will be 3. And right now be careful where the zombies. By the way, it doesn't matter if you kill that zombie on that hallway and not on the room, because he won't become a Crimson Head when you go and face Yawn. So in order to advance the time and let Rebecca learn the music or the song, you just have to go to the main hall, but before you can pick up the wooden shield, of course. So you just have to go to the main hall and then re-enter to the dining room and go to the piano room, and Rebecca will already know how to play the song, the Moonlight Sonata.
Chris!
So maybe you won't believe it, but it's way easier to deal with the first encounter of Yawn with Chris than with Jill. With Jill it's a little more complicated because you have to make like more fancy movements. With Chris it's very simple, to be honest. Maybe it will look hard, but it's not. So the only thing you have to do is move your left stick up. You pick up the mask and then move your left stick to the left, and you will always slide on Yawn's tail, and you can just get out. Simple as that. With the zombie on this hallway you can shoot him in the leg, you can let him grab you, or you can avoid him or strafe him. I recommend you to shoot him in the leg, so because it's 100% consistent, 100% safe, 100% easy. And because you have auto aim, it's like way less complicated. So remember, the zombie is still alive here. As long as you stick close to the right wall, he shouldn't be able to grab you. There are two things you have to do on these rooms. First, you want to pick up the monk crest on this room, and on the other room you want to pick up the small key. There's a small key on the bedroom. Alright, so before we go for the Elder Crimson Head fight, go to the item box and reload your shotgun, because you save 6 shotgun shells early in the game. The Elder Crimson Head takes you between 4 and 5 shotgun shells. It depends how close you are to him while you are shooting. There are plenty of strats for the Crimson Head as well. And there are some even fancy strats to kill him. I will just use the safest one, and it's with the shotgun, only shotgun. Alright, so the main things you have to take into account for the Crimson Head is that maybe you won't make him fall down when you shoot him in the legs. If that happens, the most important thing is to take space between you and the Crimson Head and wait until he slashes. When he slashes, take a little more space and then shoot. Because when the Crimson Head slashes, kinda stagger a half a second or 1 second maybe. So get close to him, shoot in the leg, he doesn't fall down. So start just shooting him, and if you start perm stun him with the shotgun like I did, you can just continue shooting him as long as you do a pump cancel. If you don't do the pump cancel, you cannot do what I did right now. Right here it's important to pick up the handgun bullets because it will be useful for the aquarium, the Neptune's aquarium. Because you have auto aim, you can like pump cancel way easy. Like maybe taking a step back and then aim again, because the auto aim you will immediately aim to the Crimson Head. But if you don't stagger the Crimson Head with the shotgun, just wait until he slashes and then shoot. And this zombie just shoot him in the leg. You disable him, there's another zombie on your right, so be careful about him. There's a dog on this section, as long as you are fast, go directly to the emblem, build it and leap. The dog shouldn't be a problem. The passwords right here are always the same. The red is on the W, on the blue is on the N, or in the end from Linkin Park. I always make that joke. Sorry. So for the crowd section, you just have to walk while you are in the middle of them. When you are not in the middle of them, you can run. So right there is the Magnum. The Magnum will be the best weapon that you can have with the assault shotgun. Of course the Magnum is best than the assault shotgun, but there are not a lot of ammo for that weapon. I think there's just like 18 bullets or maybe 12. For the shotgun there's a lot, man. So for the first list encounter, just equip the Magnum, shoot one bullet, and equip the Magnum and run straight. It's 100% consistent, 100% safe, so don't worry. And because Chris shoot faster the Magnum than Jill, it's basically impossible that Lisa will try to hit you after you shoot. The Magnum will always stagger Lisa with just one bullet, so don't worry. And the way to avoid that zombie is only going around the trees. It's always the same, it doesn't matter which RNG the zombie gives you. So do not reload that shotgun. That shotgun is not useful anymore. After the cutscene, equip the magnum, aim and shoot, go backwards until the wall doesn't let you go anymore, and then continue aiming. When the dogs appear on the camera, shoot. There are 3 dogs on this section. If you are really lucky, you will kill two dogs with just 1 magnum bullet. I think I was lucky on this occasion, but it's very rare that can happen. So for the guest house section, you only need the handgun, believe it or not. At least for now. You'll need the handgun before the plant for it to fight. So save everything else and just pick up the handgun. For the spider's room, the main goal is to enter fast and leave fast. As long as you don't waste time, don't fuck around, you should be okay. After you pick up the red book, you can staircade up and then see where is the spider. I like to go around the spider if the spider doesn't go to the wall, but the spider goes to the wall, so it was free. An invisible enemy strat, it's a little different in the way out. It's like more YOLO. After you pick up the key, 1 zombie will try to enter, so do not leave the bathroom. It's necessary to lure the zombie inside the bathroom. Right here I was doing something very silly, because it's not possible to stagger a zombie when you shoot him in the leg, or maybe it's possible with the handgun. I never tested. I was just trying. But you have to lure him inside the bathroom and you can strap him, you can use a defense item or shoot him in the leg with the shotgun if you have the shotgun. By lefting that zombie on the bathroom, he will stay there forever. So you don't have to worry about avoiding him or dodge him on the room, because you will pass through that room like 2 more times, I guess. Right here is just about picking up stuff. You have to pick up the self-defense gun and the control key that it's on the bathroom. Right, so for the sharks, the cutscene ends, enter to the menu, equip the self-defense gun, aim and shoot, and equip the handgun, I'm sorry, and start shooting. Wait for the sound where the shark shake on the on the water, or just see him die. That's the animation, and that's the sound when the shark is dead. Then reset the room so Neptune won't be an issue. Because it's hard difficulty, you have to aim, so Chris will always aim to the sharks, don't worry about it. So this puzzle is always the same. The only puzzle that changed right here is the oil pressure thing. It can be number 1, number 2, number 3. You can know the exact number on the papers that are on the left of the ladder. I just like to try my luck because it's only 3 numbers.
Reaching 30% of pressure threshold. Reaching 50% of pressure threshold. Activate emergency drainage system immediately.
So right here is the assault shotgun of Richard. Richard is dead, by the way. Richard will always die, doesn't matter if you save him on the mansion or not. But it's worth to save him on the mansion because you will be able to pick up the assault shotgun right now. For Neptune there are 2 strats, the speedrun strat and the save strat. The speedrun strat is also safe, but it's a little harder to pull off, and if you fucked up a little the movement, Neptune will eat you. So I just like to electrocute Neptune. So before we enter to the gallery room, we need to make some item management because we need weapons for the Plant 42 fight. If you perform correctly the strat that I will use for the Plant 42, you will just use 5 magnum bullets, nothing else. The Plant 42 fight, it's about learn the sounds that the Plant 42 makes. You have to learn 2 sounds. The sound when the Plant 42 opens its core or its body, or the center of the Plant 42, and the sound when the Plant 42 makes before trying to attack you with a tentacle. Once you learn those 2 sound cues, the fight will become less complicated. I will use the fastest strat that exists. I think it's the fastest one, at least with the Magnum. Believe it or not, on this case the fastest one is the safest one. But before, you have to pick up the insecticide and get out as fast as you can of this room, otherwise the wasp will sting you. And after you pick up the map, do not examine it, just leave the map. And then use the insecticide, otherwise the wasp will come out from that hole and they will sting you as well. So right now, just make a visual glitch. I just cancel the examination of the white book. That's why the white book stay right there. It doesn't give you any advantages, it's just visual. Alright, so the fight starts. Go directly to these stairs. Start staircasing up. Stand up on this place. Wait for the sun cue, dodge the auto attack, equip the magnum, aim and shoot 3 times. There's the phase 1 of the fight, I think. Yeah, there's the phase 1 of the fight. Right now you have to wait for the sun cues again. The plant 42 will always attack after speeds acid. So after the acid it will always follow for a tentacle auto attack. Right now I want to know if the core is open or not, so I'm just waiting for the sun cues. I avoid another auto attack, I watch if the core is open because sometimes it can troll you because you don't know if it's open or it's closed because it's the same sound, you know. So I just wait. I used 2 magnum bullets. I think I shot the first magnum bullet way early, so that's why it doesn't inflict full damage. Then I'll waste another magnum bullet, just terminate the plant 42 with the shotgun. That's the best thing you can do. So this time I make the fight very safe, because I wasn't sure if the core was open or not. But just because of that. Because you already make all the item management, you don't have to visit the save room again. So you can just continue. For the dogs, you just have to waste 2 magnum bullets, do not waste 3, because on a very rare occasion the second dog will tank 1 magnum bullet. If that happens, just kill the second one with the shotgun. So just continue aiming after you kill the first one. The dog will appear in the camera and shoot. So right now it comes the worst part of the game, to be honest, the part that will kill more runs if you are making no damage runs. Or no hit runs even. So start running, stand on this corner, equip the shotgun, aim and shoot. Get close to the right wall and then bait the jump from those 2 snakes and shoot them in the floor. And then bait the jump for the third one. The fourth one. So sometimes the fourth one won't make a sound. So just bait 2 times if it doesn't make a sound and then go around the corner. Take a wide angle. It's 100% consistent as long as you perform it correctly. So right now it's mansion 2. The first hunter, just ignore him. Enter to this room, stick close to this wall, and if the hunter doesn't go backwards, you have to take some space between you and the hunter. But this was a really good RNG because the hunter take backwards or go backwards, so I can just shoot him 3 times with the shotgun. Sometimes will be just 2 shotgun shells, but you have to pump cancel. Otherwise the hunter will be able to attack you. Right here just leave the magnum. And just keep the shotgun and shotgun shells. It's okay, I guess. For the second section of the spiders, just keep running, and before you encounter the third one, stick close to the left wall. And you will always avoid all the spiders. Right here you can let the zombies grab you, or you can just kill him. I like to kill them. There are 2 zombies, by the way. Right here, run, and then enter to the camera change walking. That was really lucky because the zombie will usually instantly grab you if you enter to the camera change running. Alright, so for this ending, I'm pretty sure we need to save Jill. I don't remember very well. But if you need to save Jill, you need the yellow gem and the red gem. So just pick up the shotgun, reload your shotgun, pick up the battery, the bulb, and the mansion key. Oh wait, on this ending you don't have to save Jill. Okay, that's pretty cool. So I think we have to escape with just Rebecca. Yeah, I think that's the ending tree. I'm sorry guys, it's really hard to remember what you have to do on each ending because there are 6 on each character, man. But anyway, as long as you don't pick up the yellow gem, there won't be hunters on the hallway. So enter with the shotgun equipped for the Yawn fight and start spamming the aim and shoot button. Shoot him 3 times. Go to this corner and shoot him 2 times. Then go directly to the ladder. Go down the ladder. When you are on the first floor, start running until the camera change and stop on the camera change. And shoot and aim and shoot fuck, dude. Aim and shoot 3 times. I can't English, dude. And Yawn will always die with 8 shotgun shells, and it's very hard to miss shots, or even impossible, because you have auto aim. And the reason you have to stand up on the camera change is because if you run a little more on the camera change, it's possible that Yawn will bite you before you shoot before you shot the last shotgun shell. So this is the last room. You will use that mansion key, and by using that mansion key you have 1 item slot free, so you can pick up the jewelry box. It's everything calculated, perfectly balanced. So remember, there's 1 hunter alive, so you just have to run directly and then stick close to the left wall. The hunter will always scream before he can attack, so that gives you enough window time to avoid him. Remember that the 4th snake is still alive, and that's the only snake that you have to be careful. So when you are going up the ladder, move your left stick to the left, and Chris will immediately move to the left when ends going up the ladder. And the other snake shouldn't be a problem as long as you continue running. So after you pick up the bulb on Enrico's body, there will spawn 3 hunters. The first one here, just keep running, go around him, and you should be okay. And there are 2 more that are on the next section. So in order to buy them, just stick close to the left wall and then make the curve as fast as you can. It's 100% consistent, to be honest. I never got hit on that part. Right now, just pick up the Magnum and leave the blue block and the green bulb. On hard difficulty, it will always take you 4 bullets to kill the Black Tiger, because you have auto aim, so it's not possible for you to miss a shot. So with Chris, it's necessary for you to pick up the flamethrower before entering into the Black Tiger fight, because if you try to pick it up after, there will be 1 hunter on that place, and it will be a little risky. Enter to the Black Tiger fight with the Magnum equipped. The Black Tiger can give you 2 RNGs at the beginning of the game. The best RNG is that the Black Tiger can jump. So start moving your left stick to the left and a little to the down, so Chris will go on that direction. And hopefully you will bait the jump. Yeah, this is a good RNG. So the Black Tiger jump, you can shoot 4 times free, reset the room, and that's it. You reset the room because there are little spiders that were spawning, so by doing that, they will despawn. So remember, there's 1 hunter outside the Black Tiger room. Just run and go directly to the door, and you should be fine. The hunter will always scream before attacking. Right here, I don't know why I'm making space, man. It's not necessary, to be honest. It's completely unnecessary to do this right now. I think I'm... Yeah, dude, don't do that. It's not necessary to make item management right now. So it's the same as the last time. Just stick close to that wall and then make the curve as fast as you can and as perfect as you can. So in this section you have to make Lisa spawn on the left and then continue. The main goal on this section is to know where to spawn Lisa. Because if you don't know where to spawn Lisa, Lisa can block your path and maybe you will have to dodge one auto attack. Or maybe you will get hit very easily because of that. Because of not knowing where to spawn her, right? Not because you don't know how to dodge. So right here, start K down and make Lisa spawn on the left and then continue. So for the second time is exactly the same. You make her spawn on the left, and sometimes Lisa will try to go directly to the right after you spawn her on the left. If that happens, just lure her a little. Otherwise, she will be like right before where you have to put the flamethrower and can be dangerous. Alright, so pick up this emblem. It's it's really important, otherwise you will have to backtrack. Remember, the hunter is still alive on this hallway, so just enter to the art room, and by doing that you will reset his spawn place. So right now he's in front of you, so you have a free way to the Spencer's office. Just pick up everything, but first turn on the lamp, right? There are the shotgun shells, there's the emblem, and there's one hand grenade as well. Right now we have to go and save Rebecca. Cake, wait. Dude, I'm so confused. We have to save Rebecca. I remember right there. Oh my god. Yeah, excuse me guys, I think I was really distracted with the chat maybe. And I completely forget I have to save Rebecca. But yeah, you have to save Rebecca. So you just have to go to the second floor. I recommend you to bring the shotgun right here. And also the Magnum, of course, because with the shotgun you can disable the zombie. Oh, I have the shotgun, nice. So just shoot him in the legs. You disable the zombie and just equip the Magnum and then go to this room. After the cutscene, just aim and shoot 1 or 2 times. If you are lucky, it will be just 1 Magnum bullet.
Rebecca.
So right now we can continue. The hunter will stay on the same position. So like far right, around the corner on the right. But do not fuck around on the room right. Just go directly to the door. So the best weapon you can have for Lisa's fight is the Magnum, because with the Magnum you will always stagger Lisa with just 1 bullet. But I recommend you to save 1 bullet of the Magnum for the Chimera. So with Chris, I think I always use only the strat of avoid Lisa and maybe pray for a good RNG. The best RNG you can have with Lisa is that Wesker will aggro Lisa and Lisa will be just with Wesker. It doesn't matter if Wesker falls down from the platform, because Wesker will appear on the laboratory anyways. So just go directly to the left stone. The first stone is free, then stick close to the top and then go to the right one. Lisa doesn't jump, so this is not a really good RNG. You want her to jump, so when she jumps just go around her, because when Lisa is landing, Lisa cannot immediately attack, so that's the perfect time for you to go around Lisa. And that's a fight. Fortunately, I didn't have a good RNG because Wesker didn't aggro Lisa, but it was okay as well. Alright, so the last section of the game, you need to deal with 3, 4, 5, 6 zombies and 1 chimera. So first fill up the canteen with kerosene and start killing the zombies. If you are lucky enough, you will decapitate them, but if you don't decapitate them, it's okay. That's why we bring the canteen, so we can incinerate the bodies. The main reason we incinerate the bodies is because they can become a crimson head after you kill the tyrant on the laboratory, so they could be annoying. They could be a problem. Right now, I think I'm just trying my luck and I will just go directly to the other zombie. And I think I will be able to just decapitate him. Let's see. Yeah, nice. So we don't have to refill the canteen anymore. Because the other 2 zombies that we will kill, they cannot become crimson heads, so it doesn't matter if you decapitate them or not. The login is Yawn, the password is Ada, and the second password is Cell, like on Dragon Ball Z. You can write Mol on the second password, like on the classic, and an Easter egg will trigger. Tofu will start talking. Doesn't matter which ending you are making or what ending you are making. You have to open both B2F and B3F. And that fucking chair ruining runs as always. Ruining speed runs. But anyway, because we don't have to save Jill on this ending, we don't need space for ammo discs, so we don't need to go to the item box and make item management. You can just continue on the game. So just go directly to the numpad and put 8462. You can find the laboratory key on that secret room. And then you can continue on the game. That laboratory key opens exactly 2 doors. One door can give you access to 6 shotgun shells, and the other door is for continue the game. So enter first to this door, start pushing the shell. Just push it 3 times. It's not necessary to push it 4. I pushed it 4. I pushed it 3. Nice. I learned, man. That's really good. And then just pick up the shotgun and leap. You will kill a chimera in that room, but as long as you don't take so much time on the same spot, you should be okay. Kill the zombie right here and do not care about the zombie that is behind you, because that zombie will never come to you unless you like stand up and wait for him. Right here, run until the corner of that white arrow, equip the magnum, aim and shoot. This strat is more consistent than the strat I teach you with Jill, that consists on walking to that white arrow corner. This is more consistent, and because you have auto aim, Chris will always aim to the chimera. The zombie that it's like at the end of this hallway will despawn after you end with the chimera section. So after you activate the elevator. So that's why you don't have to kill that zombie. But there's one more zombie you have to kill, and it's right here before the nitroglycerin. And make sure you kill this zombie, because he can grab your feet if you don't kill him and run over. Because when a zombie grabs your feet, you cannot use defense items, so it will inflict you damage. With the nitroglycerin, I will show you the speedrun strat on this occasion. I never do it on any of my runs. This will be like the only run I will do it. And of course it's not like perfectly performed, but it's basically like this. You walk 2-3 steps and run other 3 steps or 2 steps. By doing that, you won't trigger the explosion of the nitroglycerin, and you can go a little faster. But to be honest, I don't recommend you to do that, because maybe you will fuck up and you will make the nitroglycerin explode. And it's game over, of course. So because it's not a speed run, you can just walk the whole time like on my all other runs. After you put the nitroglycerin on its place, you can start running. Chimera section, to be honest, are less complicated than on classic. It's only about running on remake. As you can see, you don't just have to run. You don't have to bait any auto attack. On the endings that you have to save Jill, you have to bait just only one auto attack, just one. After you activate the computer, you get out from the other side of the room, and that Chimera will 90% of the time will be with you to the door. And that's the Chimera section. Before we go for the fight with the Tyrant, we will enter to the save room because there are 6 shotgun shells in this room. The exact amount of shotgun shells that you need to kill the Tyrant are 7. This Tyrant, not the Tyrant on the Heliport. The Tyrant on the Heliport is completely different, and I will just use the cheese.
Chris!
So the Tyrant fight starts, quick turn, and then go exactly to this part, start walking and wait until the Tyrant appears behind you. When the Tyrant appears, get close to the wall, equip the shotgun and shoot 3 times, do not shoot 4 times. Shooting 4 times is being greedy, don't be greedy like me. Take some space between you and the Tyrant and shoot 1 or 2 bullets. It's better if you just shoot 1. But I was really greedy on this fight, I wanted to like end it very fast. And as you can see, it was only 7 shotgun shells. When there's Rebecca on the laboratory fight, there's not a key on Wesker's body, so...
Chris?
There's nothing to worry about, so we can just keep running and go directly to the fight with the Tyrant on the Heliport. So for this ending you have to escape with Rebecca. So you don't have to let the Tyrant kill Rebecca, and we will use the cheese, the exact amount of time with the cheese. So we will wait until the 45 seconds mark.
Detonation.
The self-destruct system's activated.
So it's not very complicated to fight the Tyrant if you don't want to use the cheese, but you need more ammo. So if you need more ammo, you have to make like completely different strats on the mansion and maybe the whole game, because you will have to save more ammo. Or maybe pick up more ammo. I'm pretty sure that maybe there are at least like maybe 6 more shotgun shells. And there's a lot of handgun ammo, of course. But on the cheese, you have to wait until the 45 seconds mark on the timer. Use the flare. Pray for that the Tyrant won't grab Rebecca. If the Tyrant doesn't grab Rebecca, that's the best RNG you can have, but if the Tyrant grabs Rebecca, you have to shoot the Tyrant, otherwise the Tyrant will kill her. And after you shoot the Tyrant will have aggro to you, so you have to dodge maybe 1 or 2 auto attacks. Depends how fast he comes to you. Alright, so you wait until the 45-second mark, you use the flare. And then pray for a good RNG. This is bad RNG, so you have to shoot the Tyrant until the Tyrant throws Rebecca. The Tyrant throws Rebecca and equip the shotgun and make like straight line between you and the Tyrant. And when the Tyrant runs, just go to his right arm. By going to his right arm, you will always avoid the auto attack of the Tyrant. And then just pick up the rocket, equip the rocket, aim and shoot. And that's it. This was Resident Evil 8 Remaster without saving and without taking any damage, getting the ending 3 with Chris Redfield. On hardcore, I'm so... I'm still saying hardcore, dude. I'm so used to Resident Evil 2 Remake. On hard difficulty, at 60 FPS on the PC version of the game. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for... yeah, thanks so much for watching again. I hope you like, hope you enjoyed, hope you learned. I'm Ares and I see you next time.
Tired?
Chris, I'm sorry for...
Rebecca, you did just fine. This case was just too strange. It was just too...
Chris, you did a fine job.